Gemini, hi, how are you? It's Lisa, and I'm just in here having some coffee and drawing some cards, and I'm here to do your general October 2021 general reading. Oops. It's only general, so it's not going to resonate with everybody, but take what does, leave what doesn't. You know the drill. If you enjoy the reading, if you can give me a thumbs up, share, subscribe. If you're new to my channel, thank you so much for popping in. I hope you enjoy it and you'll come back to see me. And if you've been here before, I really do appreciate the support. It means a lot. Alright, I have a new spread now. Something I'm just trying out. It's actually self-growth and personal development. Okay, but so far it's going out well. It's going pretty well. So you have to excuse me if I keep glancing over every now and then, just to find out the placement of the cards, but alright. Alright, Gemini, let's see what we can find out. What do you need to know? What does Gemini need to know? Seven of Pentacles, the Devil, Judgment, crossed by the Five of Wands, Seven of Swords, back, Four of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, and the Four of Cups. Alright, Gemini, let's see what we can find out. Alright. Okay, this is going back to the recent past. I think your Seven of Pentacles, in your recent past, you probably were, building something that you're working on, that you put a lot of work into, and you're just patiently waiting for it to get bigger, or to become more robust. There's a possibility that it could be that, or it could be that you might said, okay, well, I've grown it this far. Am I going to continue on this path, or do I want to try something else? You see, I has that other pentacle kind of over here. Not with those, and maybe he's looking and saying, well, maybe I could build something else. So this might be where you're coming from. Either, okay, you're working really hard and you got what you put in the effort and the work to do it, to build what you wanted to build. Or you might be thinking about choosing something else. Maybe we'll find out. All right? And this is your present self. Now, this is where you are currently, okay? The Devil energy, and I feel like, to me, this means that you are feeling stuck to something. Like maybe it's not something in your best light. I mean, I don't know. This could actually, it could be anything. It could be anything, but with the Devil energy, it's like not something that has to. They are not stuck. They can take off those chains and they can move out of the way. But if they choose not to, so if you're choosing not to get out of those chains, that's something that you have to decide to do. All right, so then we have Judgment. So maybe you have an enlightenment that came in, and this is where like Spirit's telling you where you need to be mostly. So maybe you need to be, I guess, enlightened. That's the only way I could think of saying it. Like, or they're saying you need to look at something deeper. You have to be more aware of what goes on, and that could actually be between what you're trying to grow here and what you're feeling stuck into there. So maybe that's where this judgment has to come into. You have to like make a sound choice about whatever's going on. But that's being crossed by this Five of Wands. And I feel like you have that conflict. Whereas whatever it is that you're trying to see, or, you know, you need to see, you're not seeing because there's so much, like, pushback around you. Like, you know, every time you try to do 2 steps forward, you're ending up going 3 steps back because you can't get past all this kind of conflict going on. Let's see. So then we go to, now this seven of Swords. This is like family patterns area and things that you have learned through family. You were brought up with, how things worked. And, you know, even though we've all gotten older and we're like, you know, you don't maybe think about that stuff, but you do. You take that stuff with you as you move on, as you grow. And this family pattern sounds like, it doesn't necessarily have to be as devious as it looks. But this could be you deciding to take what is yours and keep walking. Like, kind of like not let things be taken from you. So maybe as a part in your life, you know, you had to kind of fight for what was yours. I don't know, maybe if there was possibly a lot of people in your family and there wasn't a lot to go around, and you needed to make sure you didn't lose out. So if you had to just, like, take it when nobody's looking, maybe you had to do that. And now with this is personal issues. This is the areas of personal issues, maybe fears, doubts. And I feel like with this, I feel like you're afraid that if you take a rest and you don't keep pushing and pushing and pushing, you're going to miss out on something. Like, you're actually afraid that, you know, you blink, you know, take a deep breath, and whatever you were trying to get ahead of or whatever you wanted to have is going to leave you, or you're going to miss it. Hopefully I'll get some clarifiers to see if we can find out a little bit more, but that's what that feels like. And for, this is your conscious mind. You know that you have the ability to begin something, to, you know, start something new and fresh, and it could be, you know, abundance, it could be growth, it could be anything, but almost like it's being handed to you, and you have that option. You could use it. So, and that's in your conscious mind. I mean, you can be able to take this and push ahead and do something with it. And because it's Pentacles, they're all material, like, but I mean, that's like, you know, it could be health, it could be money, it could be business, a job. Like, you actually have this ability to make a new start, and Spirit's saying it's a good time to try to do it, and that's what's in your mind. Because maybe you must be feeling that at some point. And now what you really, really want is to have acknowledgement for what you do from your peers, from your coworkers, from people that are around you. Because you see how, like, even though it seems like they all probably work together, but this little guy, he's kind of like standing on a bench, almost like he's putting himself, yeah, you guys helped, but I did this. That feeling. Oops. So you want teamwork, you want to be able to have people doing things with you, but I think you want to maybe be in the lead of it. So maybe you want to be like supervisor, team leader, some form of lead. You want to be like a team lead, that kind of feeling. I have the Queen of Cups came up as lessons, and lessons that you need to learn. Now with this, it feels like Spirit wants you to learn to feel, feel your emotions, be able to handle your emotions. Because even though there can be a lot of emotions here, the Queen of Cups energy, male or female, this doesn't matter. She doesn't let her emotions get carried away. She controls her emotions. So I'm wondering if there's something going on that you might have needed to, either you held in your emotions, you didn't want to express them, or you maybe lost a little bit of your emotions and you were like, I don't know, maybe you're just acting out too much to them. Because I feel like and it's actually considered this self-love too. Like, you might need to pay attention to yourself, give yourself, take care of yourself, nurture yourself, do the things that you maybe would suggest or do for anybody else, and do it for yourself. And let's see, outcome, was it outcome? Oh, it's advice. Okay, advice. Advice from Spirit is to be more selective. Don't take what you think just looks good and looks pretty right then. You might need to take a minute and say, okay, well, what else can I make from this? Like, I don't have to just decide, I'm just going to take this one. Because, it might be a little, you might feel a little bit boredom, you might feel like apathy, you don't want to give in too easy and just take the first thing that comes. And that, again, this could be a job, this could be a promotion, like what if you were looking like this. Give it a chance to, think about it. Don't just jump. Let's see if I can get some clarifiers. Oops. Alright. Oops. What can you tell me about the Seven of Swords? What can you tell me about the Seven of Swords? Death card and the Hierophant. Alright, well, looks like something is changing, transforming, and I don't know if you possibly took on a new spiritual awakening. Oh, maybe that's what the Judgment's for. Alright, so maybe from your upbringing, maybe things were a little bit, not pure, I guess, is the only way I could say it. And you went through a transformation as you were getting older. Maybe you got some spirituality, maybe you went to church, you did something that brought to you an awakening. That just popped in my head, awakening. That you needed to do that for yourself. What about this? Four of Swords. Oopsie. Oh, alright, I got the High Priestess and the Emperor. Now, the Four of Swords. I feel like you, with the High Priestess energy, it's you have to go use your subconscious. You're seeking answers for something, and that's why you need to take that rest. So maybe whatever's going on that you feel stuck to, you're trying to find answers to get out of it. And you actually have the authority or the feeling of control that you could actually do it if you give yourself time to basically get in your own head and figure out those answers. Let me try the Devil. Just just want to see if I can find anything out for the devil. You tell me about the devil. The Hangman. And the Tower. Oh, alright. Okay. The Hangman is basically you're taking a pause to consider maybe what goes on and see things in a different perspective, but also where you are it's like a sacrifice, like a self-sacrifice. You have to sacrifice something to be able to break those bonds. And I think that breaking of the bond that you need to do is going to cause the Tower moment to come in. So it might not necessarily be a surprise. Tower is usually a surprise and, you know, just things just happen. But most times when people are looking into tarot or, you know, astrology or anything like that, it's because you're looking for a heads up. And I feel like if you were going to break whatever this bond is, you need to sacrifice and give something up to do it. Excuse me, coughing on my smudge. You would need to sacrifice and give something up to do that. Let me see if there's anything else. Alright, let's try the Four of Cups, just because. The Sun and the King of Swords. Alright, well, if you weren't going to be taking anything just to have, you know, like you were going to be selective and, you know, being able to, well, like I said, not just take anything, I think that's a very good outcome for you. Like you're going to feel, and again, this could be your energy, doesn't have to be, but I'm pretty sure it is, that you're going to feel really good where you're at. Like you're going to be strong and logical and being able to, you know, make hard decisions. And once you do, you're going to feel really, really good about it. Alright, let's see. I'm going to get a Soul's Journey card, and then we will close up. Adversity. I accept that challenges are the best way to learn. Ah, I like that. Alright, Gemini. I hope you enjoyed the reading. If you did, can you give me a thumbs up, share, subscribe? And yeah, write me a comment. I'd love to hear about it. And I hope you liked it if you let me know. And I will be seeing you next month. Alright? Take care.